Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we, at long last, are ready to launch to the moon. But this one better work because we don't have much funding. So if this ends up not working, I'm going to be forced to revert. That's just all there is to it, because I'm not giving up on the moon base. I'm not starting over because we run out of money. I'm going to have to either cheat for money or just revert, which I would rather revert, personally. So anyway, let's go ahead and launch this. I think we'll be fine to moon flyby. Now, we don't have maneuver nodes, so this is gonna get interesting. We might have to, like, create a save and make multiple attempts. Because, like, how much money do we have right now? If I go back to the Space Center, how much do we have currently? 6,000 bucks. Okay. How much would it cost? 150k plus 75k. So it would cost 225k to get maneuver nodes. I mean, we'll be able to do that soon enough once we get Explore the Moon finished. Look how much money we're getting here. It's insane. But right now, that's not really an option. I mean, none of these other contracts are particularly good. So I think we just have to fly blind. We just have to do it. All we need to do is fly by and gather some scientific data. That's it. What's our thrust to weight here? 1.31. It's a little disgusting, in that it's a little low, but I think it'll be okay. Our second stage should be able to get us there. We've only got 1,712 meters per second here. Seems odd. Anyway, let's see how this goes. If this doesn't go well, if this requires any redesign, we will have to revert. There will be no option. So of course we have 3 engines drawing from 2 tanks right now. So these 2 tanks will run out before we start drawing from the center tank. We're going to start making our gravity turn relatively soon. I think at about 250, so like right now. Oof. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna need to revert this. So, here's the thing. We're using Reliance for the outside stages. They don't have gimbaling. So we are going to need to have some control surfaces. And I think we go for the Delta Deluxe winglet, probably. Or maybe the tail fin. Let's see, relative wing area, 0.65. Control surface portion is only 20% though, whereas this is 100%. I think we go with the tail fin. We're going to go ahead and stick it right here. And that should help us with our maneuvering. That does increase our cost slightly, but we've still got enough. Now, our other option would be we just don't gravity turn until we ditch the side stages. I think that's a bad option, personally, and I would prefer to just have control surfaces if this ends up working. If this doesn't work, we can remove the control surfaces and take these stages, just fly straight up until these stages are burned out. Of course, the other option, or the other question about this design is, are we going to have sufficient distance up here? Or are we going to impact, like, down here as we detach these? I have no idea. We'll have to find out. But that's why I do these simulated launches, like pseudo-simulated launches, where, like, until we hit orbit, I'm very okay with reverting. That's kind of my cutoff point. Once we hit orbit, I'm kind of committed. Okay, let's see how the gravity turn feels. Definitely feels better, but still not great on the gravity turn front. Oof. Okay. Just hold this position, Jeb. 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 No? Okay. Jeb is not holding that position. Okay, new plan. Which is plan B. We ditch these, and we don't gravity turn until our side boosters are done. I mean, getting a high orbit is fine. We don't need to target 70 kilometers, although we can. I think this is probably going to be our final pseudo-simulated launch, because I think we'll just get to orbit this time. I did do a Science Junior collection in high orbit, right? I'm pretty sure I did. But we're targeting Moon high orbit with this flyby, if we can. We might hit Moon low orbit as well, but if we do, we'll probably get the Science Junior data from high orbit, and then we'll go for a low orbit pass later on, and when we actually orbit it. Okay, so we're going to have substantial vertical speed here. .300 meters per second as we are passing through the densest portion of the atmosphere. And it is now thinning out substantially. Our side stages are going to be burning out, and assuming separation goes fine, I suspect we're not going to be reverting this anymore. That's the theory, anyway. We're now flying high. What's our apoapsis at? Not quite in space yet. So we'll be in space by the time we detach here. Okay, detachment went smoothly. And yep, our apoapsis is fine. So I'm actually cutting the engines right now. And we're going to start slowly pitching with our reaction wheel. Okay. Turning engines back on as we fire right at the horizon line. Because we need to get to orbit right now. But look at this. We've still got basically a full tank of fuel for our first stage here. Asparagus staging is so good. Okay. So, in space near. That's fine. Now, we don't actually know what our inclination is. It'll be a little bit off, but that should be close enough, theoretically. Once we have maneuver nodes, we'll be able to adjust our inclination. But we can't do that for this flight. We are in space right now, so every bit of fuel that we burn is going to be put to good use in adding to our velocity, which is always nice. Okay, our apoapsis is currently moving away from us, so I'm going to cut the engines ever so slightly. Well, not really ever so slightly, but I'm going to wait until we're about here or so. Until we start it back up, and we'll see if the apoapsis continues to move away from us. Because if it is, then we are burning too early. Okay, it's still moving away, so I'm going to burn slightly later. We'll try right about now. It's still moving slightly away. We'll try right now. There, it's getting closer. This is the correct time to burn then. Excellent. So now we remain here until we have a periapsis that is also in orbit. And then the question is, where is the moon? The moon is currently here. It'll probably be about here-ish by the time we get there. Oh, we are flame out stage 1. That is fine. We are very close to orbit right now, so that's almost single stage to orbit, which is intriguing, to be sure. I mean, unless you count the side boosters as a stage, which some people do, I'm sure. Okay, let's go ahead and let the apoapsis get a little bit closer here. And then the question is, where are we going to burn for an encounter with the moon? We don't need a great encounter, just an encounter. And I'm going to have to eyeball it. Which is certainly a little bit spooky. Okay, periapsis is now visible. And we are in orbit. Okay. Looking at this, I'm going to continue burning a little bit. And then we're going to burn again prograde at the apoapsis. And I'm just betting that we're going to get an encounter around here. I am going to go ahead and make a quick save. And we may have to revert to this quick save if I fail this, because we don't have any money for another try. So let's call this Moonshot 1. Okay. We have one chance here. I'm going to go ahead and warp to the apoapsis. Oh, it's stopping the time warp. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, we are at the apoapsis, close enough. We're going to burn prograde. And with any luck, we'll hopefully get a moon encounter. How much fuel do we have left? Oh, we have tons of fuel left. The real question is, can we get back? But I'm pretty sure we can. This would be so much easier if we had maneuver nodes. Come on, apoapsis. It's exponential, so it'll start pushing very quickly soon, with a very slight push. Yeah, it's going faster and faster. We did get a speed record break, so that's good. Okay. Then the question is, do we get a moon encounter? We do not. I may have missed. Or did I? We don't have patched conics. So technically, I don't think we know if I missed or not. Let's just go ahead and warp forward. And we'll see. I think I undershot. Yep, I undershot. Okay, let's go ahead and load this. And we'll try again. Okay. So, since I undershot, I will wait until a little bit after this apoapsis to begin the burn. So, right about here. Okay, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we'll see if I hit with this shot. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.